third period, a lot of loose back and forth action. As a coach, is that tough to watch? I mean, when both goalies are being forced to make tons of saves.
Yeah, it was tough to watch. I thought the second period was tougher, personally, but I thought we got pushed around pretty good in the second. But the third period ended up to be a little bit looser, a lot of give and take back and forth, but it probably wasn't as tight a game as we'd like to play coming off the road. Like, it was pretty loose out there in general.
That's what Blair said. He said, a game they probably shouldn't have won, but you found a way. That's kind of been the theme throughout the road trip too, right?
Yeah, I thought we played much better on the road. We have zero excuses. We have to mature a lot, and a lot of it has to do with our preparation. Like, it's dealing with a 3-hour time zone change. We got back here at 1:30 on Sunday night, but this is what we live and what we do. Like, we have no excuses about that. We have to just muster up a little bit better, and it wasn't it was very loose for us tonight, which means mentally we were not engaged. And then when your mental edge isn't there, when you're a systematically tight team, the game becomes more of a chasing game. So we chased the game a lot tonight. Like, we had to try and find a way to catch the puck all the time, and we were fortunate to be on the power play enough where we could make a difference, and that was probably the difference in the game, basically, for us. We obviously didn't give up anything, but at the same time we got 2 goals. So I think Blair's assessment is fair.
Troy, Blair's now got 4 goals in his last 3 games. He's a point per game on the season. Could you just talk a little bit about what you've seen from Blair this game as well as this whole season?
Well, Blair's a guy that right now is not happy with where he's at. No disrespect to the Abbotsford Heat. He's an NHL player in his opinion, and he feels he should be there. And Blair has been assigned down to us after being traded for in the organization, and whether it is with Calgary again or whether it's some other organization at some point, I think Blair's just playing with some jam. Like, he wants to make a statement as to who he is and what he is. And I think both in a scoring department, I think both in the physicality part of the game, he wants to prove that he can play at that level consistently. So he's very motivated. He's very engaged with our team. I have a lot of respect for him as a man because he's battling extremely hard. And there's a lot of guys that'll go one way or the other in this situation. When you get sent down, you're on a one-way deal. You either keep plugging away and you mature through it, or you kind of you fall out to the wayside in this business. And obviously he's not doing that. He's been a great teammate and a great ambassador of what we're doing. And, so I'm glad that he's getting some points because I thought he worked hard early in the year and didn't get any reward for it. So obviously he's got some NHL skill.
How did it feel for you guys to get your road identity on a undefeated road trip, which you haven't done since April of 2012?
Well, it was good. It was really good, especially with our group, and probably more importantly, just the way we did it. We always came from behind. I told somebody today, they asked me, like, what's the temperature of the team? I said, well, we're medium rare. We're never well done. We ain't raw. I can tell you that. Like, we are a medium rare team. Like, we just kind of coast along. We don't get too high, we don't get too low, which is a really good thing. At the same time, there's an issue with that. Every time you have a strength, you have a weakness within it. The weakness with that is our medium rareness is like the way we started the game. They had the first 5 shots, they were kind of dominating the play, and we kind of casually just go through things. Like, oh, here we go again, And if we're going to be a good team as we mature through this process, like, that's the one part where we've got to have a little bigger temperature than medium rare for us to be a good hockey team. But on the positive side of that, we get down, we're still medium rare. Like, we don't really panic and get cold, and we don't get overly hot. Like, we just kind of stay the same. And that's a strength of our team right now. And so it was a good road trip for us because it gave us a little bit of a road identity.
Last question?
Rhineland's had a bit of a scoring touch too. He got the deflection today.
Yeah.
Talk about, he's the opposite of Blair, right? He's moving his way up. Talk about his play in the last 4 games.
Marcus has been good. I think we missed him early when he was out with an injury, and he's kind of coming into his own. I need to find him more ice, to be quite honest with you. I got to find him more ice. He's a really good player. He has a great feel for the game offensively. He's learning the game defensively after coming over from Europe. He's learning to play on a small rink. There's not as much time and space out there, but he has a great feel for the game. He has a great feel for his teammates. And he's more competitive than people realize. So I would just give him, I'm the one that's the issue there. Like, I think he's playing well. I think he can play better, but that's on me. I got to put him with the right people, and I got to find him more ice time. But I'm really proud of him.
Great. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.